Welcome to the Velvet Room. My, it would seem you have a most unusual destiny lying before you. Some introductions. I'm Igor, and I am quite pleased to make your acquaintance.
Yes, welcome, and I will be here to accompany you on your travels. You may call me Margaret.
You see, this realm exists between mind and matter. It separates dreams from reality. Generally speaking, only those who have forged a contract are allowed to visit this room. And perhaps in the very near future, such a fate will be awaiting you as well.
Let's hope. Your journey will be quite interesting at the least. Until our paths cross again.
Hi there guys, it's me again, Ryan JC, and within this video I'm going to be talking about something that I've previously had encounters with, and it happens every day. I'm pretty sure it's happened within your life, because I'm going to be talking about synchronicities, okay? Now, I came about this situation, I came about thinking about making a video about this series of events, of synchronicities, whilst I was going towards my local town. Now, I keep my camera on my person the entire time. I never part ways with my camera. It's like when I used to have a phone and I used to see it dying, I'd constantly charge it up, or if I couldn't feel it in my pockets, I'd freak out and like ask people where it is, ask people to phone it so I know where it is the entire time. Okay, I'm very much attached to my camera. And it was lucky that I was, because as I was walking into my town, I looked to my right, and as I turned to my right, I noticed something very obvious, okay, very obvious. And that was this guy, his house, the numbers on his house. It's not like his house was 6,565, you know. His numbers, he has deliberately doubled his numbers and put them on his bins and put them by the wayside next to each other. And as I was just putting my video out, as I was just literally taking my camera, which I deliberately took out to deliberately record synchronistic moments, I saw these numbers on my right. I literally turned my head to my right and I saw these numbers. And then I got the chills, because it's like two synchronistic moments. And what amazed me, what amazed me the most was that I came out looking for these numbers. I found these numbers. And then straight after I saw these numbers, I saw these distinct numbers, 1111, okay, or 11, okay. Now the thing is a lot of people see these numbers, 1111, a lot. They're the ones that come up the most recently, okay. The reason being is because those numbers mean that your thoughts are directly influencing your reality, okay. Now, however way you want to see it, if it's the universe, an intelligence, a divine intelligence that's showing you these things, or if it's your spirit guides that's manipulating reality because they have the knowledge, because they're illuminated with the knowledge as to how to manipulate reality in order to show you these circumstances, then fine, okay? Whatever floats your boat, whatever shoe fits you the most, right? However, this is literally a divine reflection. This is literally your third dimensional experience showing you that your thoughts are literally reflecting your reality. Okay, so now you're pretty much getting the gist as to how these numbers reflect your thoughts, and you're pretty much seeing how synchronicities don't have to seem to match physically by the third eyes. You don't have to see things that look the same in order to become synchronistic. Because when you focus on too much on what your third dimensional eyes see, you distract yourself of the possibilities of creating a new reality, okay? I made a post on that. I actually took those words, actually kind of twisted those words a little bit and changed them, put my own words in there, you know, because I like to speak my own truth every now and then. And that really did resonate with me, because I also saw the video of that on a cartoon anime that I used to watch, okay? And that came up in the moment when I also was needing the answers, okay? And I literally attracted this synchronistic moment in order for me to understand what it was that was holding me back. Now, I posted that on my Facebook, so go check that out. I'll put the links in below, or if you've already added me, check it out. Just scroll down, you'll find it, okay? Now, I'm pretty sure this is no coincidence. I'm pretty sure that these events that are happening within everyone's lives are done on purpose, okay? And I want you to just suspend your disbelief, especially if you've already experienced these things, especially when you see double numbers, or especially when you're thinking about somebody and you see somebody that you've been thinking about. If you can relate to what it is that I've been saying, just for now, suspend your disbelief as I now tell you how it is that these synchronistic moments are actually being formed and how they're actually interfering and guiding and shaping your reality when it comes to your 3D experience. And just maybe you may end up controlling your 3D experience a bit more as I teach you within this video how to create and manipulate and manifest your reality the way that you want, rather than the way that's already been happening due to your unconscious state of awareness, okay, which is clearly becoming conscious, especially if you've been seeing my current videos, or if you've just subscribed, you're clearly waking up. Okay, so stay tuned, because this is for you. You've clearly, I guess, you've made a contract in your past life or before you became human in order for you to become aware of this stuff, to become aware of your surroundings, okay? And you've probably been like this. You've probably been on this journey throughout your entire life, and it probably was slightly difficult growing up, seeing all these people behaving barbarically, unconscious, when you can only see the truth, okay? Now, when it comes to dreams, a lot of my students, when it comes to my consultations that I hold online with Skype, a lot of you guys know that I'm really in depth with dreams. A lot of you people know that I actually like to go deep within dreams and lucid dreaming when it comes to me teaching people how to astral project, not just the astral projection side, because it all helps, okay? I learn things from my dreams. I learn things from my dreams, from spirit guides, from entities that walk through my dreams. I learn things from my dreams, from parts of my subconscious, which literally manifest into situations which teach me on a deeper level of deep unconscious, in order to understand other aspects of my own personality, of my own thoughts within my mind. It's like I'm literally walking into my own head, okay? I also learn things from the astral projection realms, okay? A lot of people are asking me how it is I'm gaining this knowledge, okay? I'm literally an open channel. I not only know how to deliberately speed up my events of synchronicities in order for me to become more aware of how reality is manifested, and then by doing so, I'm then able to do those on purpose in order to manipulate my own reality, okay? But I'm also able to gain information from the astral realms from other beings of light, okay? And now they don't just tell me and I don't just listen to it gullibly. They literally take me by the hand and show me these events. They understand how people are best suited to gaining experience, to gaining information through their experiences. And they literally take me by the hand, take me by the shoulder and walk me and let me watch, just observe how everything's created. And then I just start remembering. It's like I'm remembering how it is that I'm coming about this information in the first place, rather than me just reading it out of a book or taking it deliberately from some sort of third-party source of information where that person had never even done it in the first place, okay? Not only that, but I also know how to learn, once you become lucid, of how it is that you're actually teaching yourself within your dreams. You become lucid in that dream as that dream becomes a lucid dream. And then you can actually deliberately start to take information from different people, from different aspects of your own consciousness within that dream, in order to change things around, much like how you're sitting here right now, or how you have been sitting in your desk or even at work, and you contemplate how it is you can do something, how it is you can build that house. How's your future going to be like? And when you start daydreaming like this, and you start thinking of words in order to build together a mental image or a mental picture of a planned event, sequences of events, you can even go to sleep on that thought. And then by doing so, you'll end up literally experiencing the holiday before you even go to that event or that holiday, where these people within your experience of that dream are literally telling you what it is that you need to do. And those people are just other aspects of your consciousness, which you couldn't quite remember whilst you was pondering that detailed plan of what you're going to do within your future. So consciousness is a beautiful thing. It's a great thing. It isn't something that should be overlooked. And dreams and lucid dreaming are just as important as astral projection. It's something you guys really do need to take seriously, because a lot of people out there think that it's just about astral projection. It's not. You need to control all three aspects of these experiences, as astral projection, dreaming, and lucid dreaming. Okay, now those two are kind of the same one when it comes to dreaming and lucid dreaming. But the main big one also is 3D experiences. And that's to do with synchronicities, and that's also to do with your awareness within the present moment, okay? And how you're actually melding all three lessons that you're learning throughout the three states of your experiences in order to see that they really are just all the same. Okay, there's just slight differences based upon the density of the vibration of the realm that you're experiencing in, okay? And due to the slight densities, you need to do things slightly different, okay? Not completely, just slightly. Now, throughout the duration of this video, I am going to tell you how it's done. I am going to tell you how it is that these synchronicities are happening. And I am actually going to tell you how it is that you can actually become more aware of these synchronistic moments in order to deliberately speed them up, in order to deliberately better manipulate your reality and your experience to better suit you. Okay, now, here's something pretty cool, which I explained quite a while ago when I tried to make this video prior to this video, okay, because I've made this video quite a couple of times, and I've actually invested some more equipment, as you can see, with this microphone, in order to convey the message the way properly, so that I'm basically dimming down or eliminating the potential failures, the potential issues that could be interfering with my broadcast of this channeling information that I channeled from my own experiences, in order to help you guys become more aware of your potential, primarily, right? You want to become knowledgeable, you want to become in control. I thought of it like this, and this is really cool, okay? Think of 3D, think of third dimensional experience as a lens, okay? Think of it like a magnifying glass, okay? And you're holding the magnifying glass like this, in the voidness of space, okay? This magnifying glass is labeled 3D. It's labeled your 3D experience, okay? Now, I've gone through my videos explaining in detail as to how your light, as to how sound, and as to how touch, physical matter, noise, colors, imagery, you name it. Anything that you can perceive within your five senses are really just light, which is really just vibration of light, or a vibration of particles of light, which do some very weird things once you observe them in the correct way, okay? So, for example, I was in a dream, and I'm going to get back on my topic when it comes to the magnifying glass in a moment, trust me. But you're going to understand that a lot better once I tell you how it is I came about this information with the magnifying glass labeled your 3D experience. Because I was being taught within a dream where this astral being walked into my dream. He made me aware that I was dreaming, and then he literally brought me out of my consciousness, out of my observation of my consciousness, okay, out of the well of dreams. And then he literally took me to the edge of the universe, to the edge of all states, of all dimensions. Okay, now this is where it got really, really cool, because he said this to me. He said, Ryan, what you see as 3D, okay, is only 10% of what's actually there. And that 10% is split up into five senses, which are really false because they're all one. They're all actually one sense, okay? And now I understood this before, okay? And he knew I understood this. This is why he said it. He knew that I understood that vibration of light. If you can see vibration, if you can see your words filtering through the air, vibrating through the air, which your third dimensional eyes can't see because they're not tuned to that type of frequency. Only your astral eyes can actually see vibration, can actually see sound. You'll see that it's actually light rippling throughout the air, okay? If your eyes can see other aspects of light, such as radio waves, you'll be able to see the Wi-Fi waves, or the Wi-Fi waves, as my mom likes to call it. Okay, you'll be able to see the telephone waves, you'll be able to see radio waves, you'll be able to see the satellite signals coming in and out of space, you'll be able to see the electromagnetic grid around the earth that emanates from every being. You'll be able to see everything if your third eye was able to perceive third dimensional reality without you actually having to look through your physical eyes. Okay? Not only that, but touch. When you touch your hand, what's actually happening is light, which is nothing more, or physical matter, which is nothing more than a vibration of light, which is so dense that it gives the expression, or it gives the notion that it's physical, right? E equals mc squared. Energy times mass equals matter, okay? Einstein said it. Einstein said this stuff, and everybody listens to Einstein, okay? Now, I figured this out on my own. Every time he said that, I never quite understood. I understood what he said, but I never quite clicked what he said until I actually figured it out by myself throughout astral projection, okay? And then it just made so much sense, because it was like I was remembering. And it kind of made me wonder as to how it is that Einstein actually ended up learning this stuff himself. You know, Einstein, Nikola Tesla, all these guys who are very knowledgeable when it comes to how it is that they see reality, and how it is that they're able to use their artistry when it comes to them being able to use physical matter or dense light in order to make these inventions, in order to become successful and spread knowledge as to showing these people, look, if I make this happen, this electrical can jump from here to this, and you know what I mean? The very scientific, cool stuff. How did they get the knowledge? What was they channeling? And what dimension did they come from? Now, when it came to me having this experience where I was being taught this knowledge, he then took me by my shoulder and we literally stepped out of the lens. We stepped out of the magnifying glass and he showed me beyond 3D. Now, this is where it gets weird, because he took me beyond the dimensions that I'm currently channeling. And I'm currently channeling all 13 dimensions, which there must be other aspects of the 13 dimensions, or there must be more dimensions, because the information he exposed me to was a lot more than what I'm channeling, okay? Now, this is getting weird. I'm actually starting to freak out a little bit, because I can remember vividly, as if I'm doing it right now, what it was he showed. I can't even put it into words, because there aren't any English words that describe what it was that he showed me. Okay, now, when it comes to the lens, that's labeled your 3D experience, the outer source of you, that's outside the lens, the part of creation, the part of consciousness which he exposed me to, okay, that is you. And much like a dream, when your consciousness splits up into loads of little pieces in order to experience aspects of itself, in order for your consciousness to experience the 3D lens, it needs to be beamed through that lens, and it comes out the other side. As soon as it hits that 3D lens, boom, you think you're human. Your consciousness is shrunk very small because it operates on a 3D type basis. You don't need to be so expansive when you're experiencing 3D. It's like when you go to sleep, you become unconscious and you start to reflect. Your character starts to reflect. Your ego starts to reflect your surroundings. Very much the same for 3D. Very much the same. So a lot of people out there are wondering how they're going to open up their other energy centers within their body. And that's the cool thing, because your physical body is literally the magnifying glass. Your physical body literally is the lens. And there are certain spatial awareness points within your body whereby these energies of consciousness, which are nothing more than your higher levels of consciousness, which are subdued because they're not being focused through this lens, they're not quite able to understand how it is to channel the light through these lenses in order, or these aspects or these points of the lenses, in order to generate a sort of mindset or perception in order to perceive these layers of reality. Because here's the cool thing, because it's not just your body that's like this, okay? everything has a variety of energy centers or chakra points where these energies from these unknown realms are piercing through the veil, through these little lenses, and they're literally materializing or vibrating light, passing into this space in order to create a formation, a synchronistic pattern of energy, okay? And based upon the beliefs and the concepts of the individuals who are observing the light, those beliefs will literally determine the collective beliefs of everything. Every consciousness on the earth will literally determine how this light that's passing through the lens behaves. It's very important, because if everyone in the collective thought the same way, things will start speeding up real quick. Things will start jumping up. People will start becoming incredibly aware. Okay, this is why these videos are so important. This is why I hope that when I put these videos out there, I'm trying to encourage that they get shared, that they get liked, that people start engaging in the comments underneath, so that many people can start becoming aware and waking up to this knowledge, so that as a collective, we can start boosting up the single consciousness in order to speed up our own mental evolution. And as our mental evolution increases, I've said this before, your physical body then follows suit. As you can see what you're doing to your body that's actually holding you back from physical development, because it holds your consciousness back from physical development. And you can actually see how you can change the things you're putting into your body in order to open your awareness. And as your body becomes more efficient and clean and runs pure, your consciousness raises. And as your consciousness raises, you begin to discover new ways in order to make your body vibrate and evolve even faster as a being, as a light being. Individual aspects of light that your bodies are, your 7 bodies or your 13 bodies, depending on how many chakras you think are available to you at your present state of evolution, okay? Now, here's the thing, okay? Different states in your body, this is how you manipulate reality, okay? This is how I'm currently doing it, this is how I teach it, okay? Different states of consciousness, of perceiving reality, which makes you behave a particular certain way, which then changes the decisions, which then changes the outcomes within your experience in 3D, okay? These rays of light that correspond to these decisions and these choices and these literally alternate realities where you've already made these decisions, these other reflections of yourselves, these other reflections of light, which all exist at the same time. In order for you to manipulate them, you need to first become aware of the centers within your body and of the beyond and of the energies beyond, and how you can channel them through this vehicle, this body, these vehicles which were given to us, these divine vehicles. I'm so grateful for this body, and a lot of people need to treat their body with more respect, because at the moment I'm seeing people treat their car with more respect than the physical body. That's not how it should be. Okay, your body houses the soul. Your bodies, your individual light bodies, give you your experiences. And as you choose to drop your spatial awareness into these points of your body, what happens is, upon your observation of these awareness points, upon your pondering and your sitting, your awareness, as your awareness sits within these spatial awareness points, you literally become to come up on your stuff. As you develop, I've said this before, as you develop, your consciousness within these spatial awareness points becomes open and they close. When you're young, they start off with the base chakra, okay? And as you start getting older, when you go through puberty, that's your second chakra, okay? Then it stops for a couple of years until you become an adult. And then it won't go any further than the sacral chakra, this one right here, okay? Then as it goes up, you get more information, your perception starts to change, your reality starts to change. It's done like that on purpose. That's the human experience. But once you become an adult, you can actually stop that human experience and you become more of an experience. You can become more of a multi-dimensional being, and you can start accessing these other dimensions, these other aspects of yourself, in order to become something more than what you previously was before, okay? Now, I know I'm getting excited, and every now and then I'm stuttering my words, but this is what happens when you learn all this stuff. You can't just go by and not say anything, okay? So when you put your awareness down to these points, the stuff will come up, which are basically belief systems, experiences that you've experienced before, and these things will come up in your field of vision. The things that were distracting you from the present moment, which are stopping you from creating reality, will come up within your field of vision, giving you the opportunity to observe them, because you observed them wrong in the first place. That's why the energy is still there. That's why the emotions are still there. That's why the experiences are still there. It's like a stain within your energy system, within your channeling, it's like a stain on the magnifying glass, right? And once you perceive it the right way, the correct way, and the only way to perceive it the right way, the correct way, is to open your third eye here, or your third eye awareness. And that's when you start to perceive the correct nature of events. That's when you start perceiving the correct nature of synchronicities within the events. And that's when you start perceiving how things actually were, rather than how you used to think they were within the past as you were developing throughout these spatial awareness points. So you develop that point, okay? Perception, the third eye, okay? Once you've got that really developed, and a lot of people are doing that already, okay? A lot of people are doing that already because a lot of people are already starting to become aware. You make your way down the central channel of your lens, of your magnifying glass, and you start altering and changing the perceptions of your past, which then alter your belief systems, which then clean up the lens, okay? And the more you clean off your physical lens, which gives you the third dimensional experience, the more light can shine through, okay? Now, the way you cultivate and bring in more light through your lens, the way you do that is simply by observing, or simply by sitting within that space. And whenever you sit within that space, the energy will literally grow, as all the energy which will normally be spread out through your entire central channel, which is either tied or anchored down by negative belief systems, by negative experiences, once it becomes uncluttered and released, and it comes up within these other places, it literally does and pulls it together, and it just expands. And with that observation, with that cleansiness, you just start shining in. It's literally, you clean it all up, all the negative belief systems are gone. It's literally like you just forget all of it. All the stuff that holds you back is just gone. You just can't even remember it, okay? And I actually talk about how to do that in one of my videos. And once it's all clean and you're clear and you're sat there and nothing is coming to your attention, it grows and it grows, and it's growing from that dimension, okay? It's growing from that dimension. Base chakra, first dimension, second chakra, second dimension, third dimension, third chakra, and then it goes up and it goes up and it goes up. There are different levels of different points of space, literally, that emanates through the lens, which you call your chakras, which I like to prefer spatial awareness points, okay? And by putting your observation within these points, you'll shine through and you'll grow these experiences. You'll get new perceptions of reality and how to manipulate reality, and you're free to discover the truth for yourself throughout your own experiences, okay? So I've given you the map. Now it's just your choice, your decision to find your true potential. So I'm Ryan JC, this is going to be about Do It, and I'll speak to you guys pretty soon.